it's 1 week past the worst day of all our lives. It's like me being grateful for something doesn't mean I can't also mourn what I've lost. And I realised that I'm allowed to do both. I love the comment section on YouTube. I got so much encouragement and so much support. And that's something that really did help me. God knows what he's doing. I don't, but he does. And I'm already planning, like, I'm gonna be doing another series. I just sat and did a whole YouTube video and I went and checked and I wasn't filming. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Do you know what? This is good. Now I know exactly what I need to say. I have all the vim and energy that I need, which is the fact that it's 1 week past the worst day of all our lives. Results day was last week, the 15th of August 2024, and today is the 22nd of August 2024, which also happens to be GCSE results day. So if you're watching this and you're in year 11, I wish you all the best. Good luck for your GCSE results. Honestly, it's not the end of the world. It feels like it in the moment, but it's not the end of the world. A-level results day really did a number on me. And I think one thing I'm so glad about is that now I can look back and reflect on it, and I can also look to the future and reflect on what's going to happen. So that's kind of what we're doing in this video. It's kind of a life update on how I've been since results day and what my plans are for the future. To get into it, you guys know I was upset. A-level results day really went and surprised me, because I'd run through worst case scenarios in my head. I never for 1 second imagined that my insurance would take me and my firm would not, just because my insurance was a higher offer than my firm. But God works in mysterious ways, and unfortunately I don't understand them. And that's one thing I'm telling myself, is that things don't have to make sense. Things can make sense in 1 month's time, 2 months' time, 3 months' time. But if things don't make sense now, I'm just learning to have peace and know that he knows what he's doing, because I really don't. But another thing that I even said to my friend, I was like, maybe God knows that. I was like, maybe God's answered my prayer in a different way. So one thing I did do a lot up to results day, I prayed for a lot of my friends. I prayed for a lot of people specifically. If you're watching this and you know me in real life, you were prayed for. And I was like, maybe in a backwards way, God is answering that prayer. And he's giving that precedence over me wanting to get into Glasgow, because it's like, okay, so let me give you an example. I've prayed for peace of mind. I've prayed for friendships. I've prayed for happiness in my life. And maybe God has gone, you want all of these things and you also want Glasgow. And these are two contrasting things. You can't have both. So I was like to my friend, maybe God is prioritizing my need for friendship and love and the people in my life that I care about over my need to be far away. Because I was like, really and truly, me staying in London is actually the best thing for my family, my friends, and everyone who knows me, because London is just a train ride away. And when I say train ride away, I don't mean an 8-hour train ride like it would have been if I was in Glasgow. I mean, it's a 30-minute train ride away. And I think it brings me some solace in knowing that if I need, I can go visit my friends. If I need, I can go visit my cousins. If I need, I can come home and visit my family. Like, I'm not going to be completely alone. And if I have any problems, if I have any issues, there are people around who can support me very easily, because it's not like I'm miles away. Even to my friends going like up north or a bit further out, it's still very easy to get there from London. It's not as wishy-washy a route as it would have been if I was literally in a different country. And that's one thing that I had to actually come to terms with, because I had planned a lot of content, moving away from home content. I had planned a lot of moving country content, things to do if you're leaving the country for uni. Like, I had a lot of that as a vision, and it's like, having to let go of that idea that now I'm not going far away was something that took me a long time to come to terms with. But again, as I've said, God knows what he's doing. I don't, but he does. And me deciding to trust God is knowing that I have to trust him throughout all of it. I said this in my God's Got Your Back video, that praying for results day is not just praying for results day, it's praying for your whole future, because you have to trust that he knows what's best. And last week, I didn't feel that way. And I think I do want to acknowledge as well is that I know I speak a lot about my faith, but there are times when you don't have any. And there are times when it's really hard to trust and believe that God knows what's best for you, especially when what's happened doesn't align with what you thought you knew was going to happen. So I've taken a lot of time to think, to pray, to just be like, to just come to terms with the fact that I'm not going to the uni I thought I was going to. And I think that's one thing I've had to tackle a lot over this past week, but also over the past 2 years of sixth form. The amount of rejections that I've faced, it's accepting them and knowing that, okay, this happened for a reason, and I have to just hope and pray that in a year's time I'm going to look back and be like, oh my god, I'm so glad that I didn't get into Glasgow. Even though right now I don't feel that way, I hope and pray that in the future I'm going to look back and be like, yes, King's was the place for me. One thing that definitely helped has been having my YouTube channel blow up. I can't believe the timing, because it's actually quite funny. I'm so grateful and thankful that, you know, I have built that community where the comment section, I've said so many times, I love the comment section on YouTube. The comment section in my A-level results day video actually, literally, I can't explain it, because I was reading some comments and I was literally tearing up, like, because some people were like, I completely feel your pain. I remember there was someone who commented that they didn't get into imperial medicine, and my heart actually broke. And it was like, in that moment, it was like, I don't even know you, I don't know anything about you, but I get you in that moment. And it was like, I got to have that understanding and connection with so many people in the comment section, because it was like, we're either in the same position, or they can empathize with me, or they're giving me encouragement, or I'm giving them encouragement, and vice versa. And it was just such a lovely community. And I think the comment section was also part of me coming to terms with the fact that I'm not going to Glasgow, because I got so much encouragement and so much support, and that's something that really did help me. The consensus for a lot of people was that they didn't get what they wanted, and it's like, it wasn't just me. And there's something about knowing that you're not alone, because I think part of me felt guilty, because it's like, I've got into medicine, that's people's dream to get into medicine, but it's like, you can be thankful and sad at the same time, and I had to learn to balance that. It's like, me being grateful for something doesn't mean I can't also mourn what I've lost, and I realised that I'm allowed to do both. I can be so happy that I got an A in chemistry and an A in biology. I can also be sad about the maths and physics grade boundary. I can do both, and I don't just have to be one or the other. I'm allowed to feel what I need to feel. And I didn't get that on results day, because in that video I was literally miserable. And I look back at that video and I'm like, I started that video saying I don't want to do this, and I acknowledged that I knew that I needed to do this. And I look back at the video and I'm so glad I did it. One, because it helped me process my feelings and I got so much support from it, but two, because that video is now my most viewed on YouTube. And I'm baffed at my growth, and I'm baffed at the timing of everything. I'm baffed at the happiness and sadness that I feel simultaneously. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm ecstatic to be doing medicine. I really truly am. And I'm already planning, like, I'm gonna be doing another series. I'm gonna do a Freshers Week series where hopefully I'm gonna be uploading every single day of Freshers Week. Kings do a 2-week long Freshers Week, but the first week is virtual, so I'll probably only do the second week. But even that in itself, that's a content opportunity that I'm gonna have. Sometimes I wouldn't push myself to do things if YouTube wasn't the reason. For example, I wouldn't go to Freshers Week if I wasn't going to vlog it. I would stay at home and mope and be sad. If I didn't post my A-level results day video, I would have stayed at home all day and moped and been sad. And it's like, because I have YouTube, it's almost like motivation for me to actually get out and do something. Because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm very introverted, and Freshers Week actually sounds like my worst nightmare, and I really don't want to go. I'm literally only going to go because of YouTube, and I think that's a good thing, because it's forcing me to come out of my comfort zone. So already I'm like, okay, I can be doing Freshers Week videos. I'm also going to be a study with me girl. I'm gonna be doing lives. You know when people do like 6-hour study with me, intense study in the library? That's gonna be me. I'm gonna, because I said before, a subscriber told me to go live to get my watch hours up. I'm gonna be going live like mad, because one, your girl needs to study, I'm doing medicine, and two, I've always entertained the idea of study with me's. I just didn't know how to go live until literally yesterday. So I think that'll be a good way for me to not be on my phone, also be getting views. You guys can hop on and study with me as well. And I'll probably just have like some chill lo-fi beat music in the back. And I'll be doing study with me's while I'm at King's, which will actually work out quite nicely as well. Location wise, it's good for me to be in King's, because I have a feeling And this is not me trying to prophesy, I'm not predicting the future. I just have a feeling that I'm going to find other content creators at King's. I just have a feeling. Or even just in London, maybe not necessarily that go to King's, but I have a feeling that I'm going to find other content creators and we're going to help each other. Let me just say that, because I feel like London is the city of opportunity stereotypically, and actually really and truly is. I feel like I'm bound to meet people who are going to impact my future at King's. Not to say that wouldn't happen at Glasgow, but I feel like there's a higher probability that I would meet someone who would change my life in London compared to Glasgow. It's taken me a long time, but I've come to terms with it. Your girl is not leaving the country. She is staying right here in London. And I'm going to be happy about that. I'm going to be happy about that. And I'm going to love King's. And I'm going to find my place. And I'm going to be like, I can't believe that this was not my firm to begin with. That's what's going to happen. And it has to happen. So I'm going to speak it into existence. I'm doing okay. I'm coming to terms with it. Today I'm going to do my enrollment for King's. So like student ID, filling out forms, all the extra admin-y stuff. I need to get onto that today. But yeah, if any of you are still feeling down about results day, I'm sorry. You did your best, you tried your hardest, and I'm proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself too, and that's what counts. Also, I do just need to say, I've been scrolling on Instagram, minding my business, and I'm seeing A-level results day reactions, and it's a 14-year-old girl, and she's like, yeah, I sat my A-level maths 5 years early. And she goes and gets A stars and everything. When you see videos like this, I want you to remind yourself that everyone is different and everyone has different capabilities, and that's not your capability, so don't compare yourself to it. Because it actually, oh my god, you know when I got sad and then I was like, nah, this is not something to get sad over. But I saw one video and it was like a 12-year-old had done A-level maths and they got an A star. And I just had to sit and think to myself, wow. But it's okay. It's actually okay. And I've said this from the beginning of this whole series, that it's all gonna be okay. No matter what happens, no matter what is yet to happen, no matter what has happened, no matter how results they went for you, no matter if your uni accepted you, if your apprenticeship accepted you, if you're taking a gap year, no matter what, it's all gonna be okay. So this is goodbye from me. You'll see me very, very soon. Thank you for all the love. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.